I'm very pleased Stroud District Council has now got its local plan in place. It's taken a lot of effort and it really has been very difficult, but there is a degree of agreement now that the numbers, though high, are what we need in terms of developing appropriate levels of housing, and indeed it must be jobs led. The Labour group has always argued that we need a level of dispersal because of course what happens is that we end up concentrating houses in the wrong place and people just cannot afford them, whereas our villages are dying and they need affordable housing. But the main threat at the moment is the government's changes to the planning system, the National Policy Planning Framework, which is really throwing everything up in the air and is causing developers just to believe they can come into areas like Stroud District and literally build houses wherever they want. That's the nature of the problems we see in a number of sites. We're already at an appeal on the Baxter's Field site in Stroud, and we anticipate other appeals following as we see all sorts of things going on the ground. So the government, the coalition, the Tories in particular, have really done a lot of damage to our planning system, and we're, if you like, facing the consequences on the ground with developments being brought forward that in any previous era would just be kicked out as unacceptable. So I hope Labour will unite around some attempt to make sure that the planning system is brought back to sanity and that we build what houses we need, provide what jobs we require for those houses, and more particularly we listen to people about how they want their areas to develop.